Hi, this is Kristen. Welcome back to Hamilton County TV. We are at the Federal Hill Commons grand opening ceremonies in Noblesville. And right now we have Christian, and he's going to introduce himself and tell us a little bit about what he does.
Thank you, Kristen. I'm Christian Tombers. I am the owner of Charlie Tango Productions. Website is thinksales101.com. And I do marketing and sales coaching for entrepreneurs, for individual salespeople, for sales staff, people in career transition. I'm also president of the Noblesville Marketing Group. We meet every other Friday at 7 o'clock in the morning at Jim Dandy Restaurant. Any Hamilton County business is welcome to join us. There's no membership fee. There's no obligation to work at the restaurant. And it's a good opportunity to meet a lot of new other business people that you may not have met before, and also to promote your own business.
Sure. So is that breakfast, does it focus on networking, or do you guys try to accomplish something every given time or discuss issues of Noblesville?
It's a combination of both, Kristen. We do network and get to meet each other, get to know what our businesses are, also find out what we're looking for. Occasionally we'll put some challenges on the table, see if the group can solve the challenge another business may have. And also periodically some marketing tips and training, a little bit outside the box thinking to help people help grow their business.
That's an excellent network to have.
Yep.
So what brings you out here today?
Well, I came to Federal Hill Commons today because it's a grand opening. I live in downtown Noblesville area. Been watching the growth and the construction of this location here and want to see how it all turned out and see if I can meet some people.
So what do you think? How'd it turn out?
I think it turned out great, especially the weather. If the weather's like this every weekend, it'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
It would. You know, this event was supposed to be 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we had some major storms then, so it was good that they moved
raining. Yes.
Moved it a perfect day.
Yes, we got lucky with the reschedule there. So you have an event coming up next week. Do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
Well, actually, I'm one of the hosts for the Hamilton County Business Television Business Ambassadors Show, and every 4 weeks I'm one of the 6 co-hosts that host a show where we interview a local Hamilton County area business person. And next Monday is one of my turns. So I'm looking forward to that, and we invite everybody to take a look at the shows, and there's a lot of other shows on Hamilton County Television also. Studios are at the Logan Street sign and banner location on South 10th Street.
Conveniently not located on Logan Street.
Absolutely. A lot of free parking, good location, a lot of good deals at the store.
Absolutely. All right, well, do you have anything else to add for us today?
Yeah, I also want to announce that I have a sales training class. It'll be the first Wednesday of June.
Okay.
And it's from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock at the First Merchants Bank on Highway 32 and Cary Road in Westfield. And it is basic sales training for people who like to sell, don't like to sell, don't think they can sell, and also salespeople want to get a refresher course. So it's 4 hours, and it's at a really good rate, so check it out at my website, thinksales101.com, or you can contact me at my email, crtombers@yahoo.com.
And your website is thinksales101.com?
Thinksales101.com, yeah.
So you say pretty much anyone would be welcome. Mm-hmm. So people tell me I should be in sales.
They don't have to be in sales. If they want to learn.
I don't want to be in sales.
If you don't want to be in sales, still a good idea to know about sales.
That's true. At least to learn when you're being sold to.
Every business person needs to know about sales, and I teach a non-confrontational sell. Because people don't like to be sold. People like to buy things. So really, a salesperson's job is to cause them to want to buy. If they want to buy, have a customer. If they don't want to buy, get referrals.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for the interview, Kristen. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks. I don't know at what point we cut off. Just start over? Okay. Hi, this is Kristen again, and we have a guest back with us. She's going to tell us a little bit about what she does as a Noblesville representative in the Indiana House.
Real excited to be here tonight to help kick off the opening of Federal Hill Park. One of the things that I do is represent the Noblesville and Wayne Township areas at the State House. We were fortunate 2 weeks ago to end early and get everything wrapped up for our budget and road funding. And happy to be back in the district working every day.
Excellent. So the road funding, is that statewide?
Yeah, it's statewide plus locals. Locals will have an opportunity to a matching grant, and so it'll give them some opportunities to get some road.
So all the potholes.
Get rid of all those potholes, yeah.
You know, I was on 65 the other day in the rain, and there was just this big chunk missing out of the highway.
It's really scary. Notice many times 65 is closed because of accidents, so they need to do something there. And I-70 is another one. We always say that Indiana's the crossroads of America, but we need to make sure our roads are good too.
I agree. The timeline for things like highways.
They'll start this summer. A lot of projects will start, continue on, and then probably for the next few years, because there's a lot of money being put in there.
Thank God. What about our bridges?
Bridges too.
Good.
Yeah, we got road infrastructure money for those too.
Excellent. Well, what else did you guys pass? Anything interesting or useful?
Well,
or
let's see.
important?
The alcohol issue was a big one towards the end.
Oh,
I don't know if you heard about the Rickers store in Sheridan, but
No.
we have given them an opportunity to continue to sell until next April, when we're hoping to look at all the various liquor laws in Indiana. It's quite a weavened law in regards to
A bowl
who
of
can
spaghetti.
sell. A bowl of
A bowl of
spaghetti in
spaghetti.
regards to who can sell and who can't. And so that's something that kind of came up at the end of the session that kind of threw us off. But
Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago, the Marsh stores decided that they were going to integrate their pharmacy with CVS. And because they were no longer a pharmacy, they couldn't sell liquor.
yes, and that was not necessarily a state law. That came out of a lawsuit with Osco several years ago. They connected liquor and the pharmacies together, and I think it was mostly because they would have them in areas where not everyone would walk into. But that's not really the case anymore, because
Right.
Walmarts and all these things you can walk. So that's another
This is
issue
an
that will
odd
be
state.
looked. Yes, it's
Yeah.
very odd. Yes.
So I tried to capitalize on that. I went to a few area marshes because it affected all the marshes,
Oh,
whether or
yeah.
not they had
Yeah.
a pharmacy. They were all sold out.
Yeah, they said the 116th Street was doing a lot of business down
man.
there. So
Well, we need to get those laws sorted out at the very
that'll
least.
be something we
for-
will take care of in the future.
Good. For the sake of clarity and for logic.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Marsh should be able to sell liquor, in my opinion, but that's my opinion. So what else? Anything else interesting going on in the state?
We had education issues. We
always have education
We
issues.
always have education issues. Trying to streamline our testing.
ISTEP.
Right, has a really bad name, and so the name was changed to iLearn. So
Okay, pardon the eye roll, but renaming something doesn't fix it.
No, we're fixing it too.
Okay,
so.
good.
No, we're fixing it too. So, and the budget, part of it is school funding. So we had a little bit of an increase once again this year on school funding. So that'll help our individual communities. But yeah, we feel like we had a really good session, and glad it's over, and get ready for the next one.
And decisions are made. And you said you guys finished early.
We already adjourned.
Is that normal to
Yeah,
finish?
in a budget year we go 4 months, and so we should have been done the April 29th, and we finished up a week before that. And then next year's a short session, which we get done March 14th.
Okay, so when you guys finish early, is that a savings for the taxpayers?
Sure is. Yep.
Efficient government. Who would have known? Thank you, Indiana. We were one of the few states not running a deficit during the recession.
Right. Yes. And it's continued our bond rating so that we can, if we do need to borrow money, it's much cheaper. So
Municipal bonds, people.
we've
Invest
done
in
a
your
lot
state.
of things to help us be a great state.
Excellent. So, what would you like to see change in Indiana in the future? What do you think are some of the? I know this has nothing to do with the park, but how many chances do I get to talk to?
Isn't that what we'd like to have? Park funding.
Park funding, yes. So this is Noblesville's 5th park, and the mayor was telling me there's a property with 200 acres that is on its way to development in the next 12 to 18 months. So what can you tell me about Noblesville's park budget and the plans
I
that come
can't
in?
tell you a thing about their parks budget,
That's
but I
fair.
can tell you that we have a lot of wonderful parks.
We do.
Forest Park's my favorite because it's the oldest. Actually, Perry and I, we worked, when we were kids, we worked at Forest Park. So,
Did you? What did you do?
Yeah, so I ran the concession stand and he was an umpire. So Forest
Very
Park
nice.
is very special to us.
Near and dear. And if you are in the area, we are doing Relay for Life at Forest Park today.
That's right.
And overnight. And Hamilton County TV will be there tonight from midnight to 6 a.m. showing movies. So if you stop on over there, it's a great cause, American Cancer Society, and they're raising money and showing movies. So,
And as good as this music is, I hope they can hear it in the park.
well, how far is it?
Oh, it's just right over there in that row of trees.
In the forest.
Uh-huh.
Oh, who would have known? Well, that's convenient. So if you come by this event, you can head on over, park there, walk over here,
Yeah.
and there's food and vendors, and we have big bouncy castles and obstacle courses and other kids' activities, and
And still plenty of parking and a lot of people, plenty of grass to bring your
there's
chair
going to be
and
fireworks at 10 o'clock, I hear.
fireworks at 10 o'clock.
Okay,
That's
very
right.
nice. What an event. Thank God it got moved from 2 weeks ago.
That's right.
I can't imagine fireworks in the rain.
No, we would not have had fireworks in the rain.
That wouldn't
no.
have worked out very well.
No.
Yeah, and there's still a lot of lawn space if you want to bring out a chair and have a seat.
Yep. And
What else is going on here? What kind of food vendors do we have?
well, I ended up with caramel corn, so
Caramel
that,
corn.
or kettle corn,
Kettle corn.
So that was my favorite. That's one of my favorites. So, but got a little train going through the park
Yeah,
here
what-
for kids to ride.
Is that like a permanent fixture?
I don't think so. I think it's a rental for tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot
have
of
a
they brought in a
trackless
lot of
train.
things for special things for tonight. So
Oh, so the bouncy castles aren't permanent?
no, they're not permanent.
That's a shame.
But the playground equipment is.
But the
is
playground
very
equipment,
nice.
okay.
Yeah,
very nice new playground
Yeah.
here as well. We've got the Wright brothers coming up after the Rugged Brothers. They're going to start at about 7. And at 7:05,
And I think you've told already about the Rugged Brothers being local people,
Noblesville
graduate-
locals.
Noblesville graduates.
Noblesville High School, they played at the high school's dances while they
Yeah.
were in high
Yeah,
school.
I just talked to a guy that they played at his wedding in 1979. So they've been around a
Very
while,
nice.
but they are very good.
Very versatile.
And I know you said you didn't like country, but have you liked what they've been playing?
I mean, they've been playing rock mostly,
Yeah,
so I've been good. Brown Eyed Girl, yeah, I'm good.
We both are brown-eyed girls.
Yeah, see, it's our song. We have a 13-minute video created by the park, and we're going to show that. It's a nice presentation about the origins of this park and parks in general here in Noblesville. So we're going to show that, and then we will be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey Noblesville, I'm Brandon,
And I'm Mike.
and we're back here for the second portion of our video series at Federal Hill Commons. Today we're standing on the stage, the First Merchants Pavilion at Federal Hill Commons. I wanted to highlight a couple of features of this unique facility.
This stage is huge. As you can see, it's just the two of us on here with a great view of our event lawn. And it's big enough so that we can hold full theatrical performances, symphonic performances, and we can have a variety of bands out here as well.
There's a lot of different features to the actual amphitheater. We'll show you more in our next series. In a second, we're just going to transition over to show you the backside of the stage and some other features of the First Merchants Pavilion.
So stay tuned.
Hey Noblesville, we're back. Different vantage point here at the First Merchants Pavilion. Back of the stage we're showing this time. And if you will notice over my head here, on my shoulder, the box up in the wall that's an open window. That's for a future projection system so that we can show movies as another one of the opportunities out here at Federal Hill Commons. Also wanted to feature above us, you can see some of these rings that are up there. Those are rigging points to be able to fly sound or whatever else we may need to fly in order to accommodate a production type out here.
The last thing we want to feature out here at the First Merchants Pavilion are these empty gray boxes in the back of the amphitheater wall. We're going to feature these in a future video so you know what they are. Stay tuned, we'll be back for more features at Federal Hill Commons. Back behind the amphitheater wall, and we want to show you our loading dock. This is where our big trucks, our sound systems, and the big rigging systems can come and unload. We've got a nice long drive with direct access to State Road 19, which allows those crews to come over, store some stuff back here, and be ready for their shows.
Once they get ready and get unloaded here, they can go directly out onto the stage through these double doors, stage right, so it's easy and convenient. So it's a really nice feature for our production teams to be able to utilize this space. We've got some other space we want to show you backstage here through this door, so come on with me. Maybe next time. Don't have the keys yet. All right, so here we are. First floor backstage at Federal Hill Commons of the First Merchants Pavilion. This will be the first line of defense, if you will, for our AV system. So everything from the stage power-wise and for our mics and those types of things can come through the wall in built-in conduits up into here. We have other things around and available in this area, but if we need more opportunities to plug stuff in, we can run it up through the floor onto the second level, which we'll talk about in a second. So let's check out the upstairs to see what else we've got going backstage.
Come on, let's go.
All right, well, here's the ladder up to the second floor of the First Merchants Pavilion. Second floor is temperature controlled because it's where the guts of our AV and our PA system and all of our lighting and power and everything are. So we've got to temperature control it. Like I said, the switches for all the lighting throughout the park are here, as well as the theatrical lighting. And over here, they're currently installing the PA AV controls. So all these somehow will later on run everything we have through the power, including our mics. Speaking of mics.
Hey, thanks, Brandon. If you remember from our last video, we featured this window. This is the second level window that oversees our beautiful stage and event lawn. Up here, we'll be able to use it for our rear projection, for our future movies, or whatever we decide to use. Also over here, Brandon mentioned electrical power. This is the guts of the electricity for the facility. This red switch right here powers the entire park. We won't touch that one though. Come back soon for Federal Hill Common features.
Hey Noblesville, welcome back. We're here at Federal Hill Commons. I'm Brandon with Noblesville Parks.
And I'm Mike with Noblesville Parks, and we are finally back at Federal Hill Commons. We had to take some time off because, well, we've been busy, but we're here on the play mound at the playground, but we want to feature the shelter here at Federal Hill. The shelter is being sponsored by both the Noblesville Rotary Club and the Midday Rotary Club, and will be called the Noblesville Rotary Club Shelter. Next to it, you'll see a standalone plaque which is yet to be installed. We'll also have signage across the top of it to commemorate the sponsorship. Hey Brandon, what else are they going to have out here?
Well, we are getting ready to and actually have ordered the equipment or the side amenities that will go under this shelter. So picnic tables, as well as the semicircle area here, will be a really nice little patio area with umbrella tables and a couple of different types of chairs. So it's going to be a great place to sit, watch your kids on the playground, or sit there and watch what's going on, the action on the First Merchants Pavilion. So we look forward to opening this thing up on April 29th, and we'll be going from 6 to 10 that night. So check us out. Check us out online at www.noblesvilleparks.org.
And don't forget, March 16th, we're doing a live Facebook feed to provide the 2017 events. So stay tuned.
Hey Noblesville, welcome back. I'm Brandon, Director of Noblesville Parks.
And I'm Mike, Assistant Director of Noblesville Parks, and we're back to Federal Hill Commons to feature the inserts that we mentioned in the fall of 2016 up here on stage. We want to feature what we've done with them, who's provided them, and what you can do with them. So to introduce our Park Foundation, Ann Minnick, a board member, is going to come and talk with them.
So Ann, we put in these beautiful musical instruments. How did we get those?
The Parks Foundation donated them. The Parks Foundation is a volunteer organization that was created 4 years ago to support the parks in some of their extra measures. So, as part of our Arts in the Parks initiative, we work with the high school students at Noblesville High School and the art department teachers, and they donate art that they created following a theme that has to do with the parks or nature. And then we have silent auctions, and we also have a mayor's luncheon to honor the students and to raise funds to do such cool things like install these musical instruments.
And so that event coming up this year is what day?
Okay, the sneak peek where you can come and bid on some of the artwork is Thursday night, April 20th at Forest Inn Park, and then the luncheon, which you could attend, would be April 28th at 11 o'clock. We'd love to have volunteers and sponsors come.
Certainly, and as far as the musical instruments on stage go here, the fundraisers that Ann mentioned are those, the mayor's luncheon is what raised the initial dollars to install this for us. And so it's visual art as well as musical art that we are featuring out here at Federal Hill Commons. And again, thank you so much to the foundation for supporting this mission and the mission of Noblesville Parks. But now, let's hear these things in action. Hit it.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Hey Noblesville, we're back. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Mike, and we're here from Noblesville Parks, and we're at the Federal Hill Playground, and our favorite piece, the Supernova.
Absolutely. This piece spins around and around. You're going to have a lot of fun on it, but there's a lot of really cool other pieces out here that were brought to us. This is a compan playground, and our friends at Recreation Insights helped design this playground and bring it to Noblesville. It also has our first tile play surface, safety surface, in the Noblesville Park system, so we're real excited about that as well. So once we open up on April 29th, come check out the playground and have some fun with Noblesville Parks. Whoa. Hey Noblesville, we're back here at Federal Hill Commons. This time we're standing in the Market Plaza. And why do we call it the Market Plaza, you ask? Well, that's because it's going to be the new home of the Noblesville Farmers Market that's put on by Noblesville Main Street. So some people think it may be a little bit small for that, but we think that's a good problem to have. Any overflow that doesn't fit into this market, into this plaza, we will just spill out into the rest of the park, so there's going to be plenty of space for that. What else are we going to do out here, Mike?
Well, for a number of the events that we have planned, we're going to use it for a beer garden or put our food vendors out here, food trucks or food tents. We also hope to maybe use this for overflow parking if we have to. And it's got its own sound system as well, so we're very excited about the use of this Market Plaza.
The other thing that may happen out here is a wintertime ice skating rink. So we're still looking into that possibility. We hope to be able to bring that to Noblesville as well. Don't forget, also, April 29th, this is when we open this park. So come on out that night from 6 to 10. We got a lot of great things planned, including a ribbon cutting and a couple of great bands. So check us out that night, and we'll officially open this great facility.
And finally, Thursday, March 16th, we're doing a Facebook Live reveal for all of our events scheduled out here at Federal Hill Commons. So join us at noblesvilleparks.org and our Facebook page to tune in.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Hamilton County TV. This is Kristen, and with me today I have Kristen from Riverview Health, and she's going to tell us a little bit about what brings her to Federal Hill today.
Yeah, so I'm out here representing Riverview Health, and we are actually one of the sponsors of this event. Naturally, we promote health and wellness in the community, so it was a no-brainer for us to partner and support Noblesville Parks and Rec and be out and having fun at this great event.
Excellent. Yeah. So are you guys here for the event?
We'll be here for the whole event, handing out health information, so if anyone wants to learn about our health services, we're happy to talk to them. We also have some free giveaways, so feel free to stop by the booth. Just come talk to us.
Oh, if you could lift your mic up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, is that good?
Yep.
All right, excellent. So Riverview, is that a single location or is it a network?
Yeah, so our main Noblesville campus is actually right across the street from the park, so this is kind of in our backyard. And we're really excited to be opening a new hospital in Westfield. It's Riverview Health Westfield Hospital.
Oh, I passed it on the way here.
We're actually opening our doors at the end of the year. We're super excited about it.
Excellent.
It's going to be kind of Westfield's go-to hospital, and we're just continuing to grow to meet kind of the growing healthcare needs of Hamilton County. As you probably know, it's always growing, so we're just kind of wanting to support the community in that way.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So how long have you been in the area? Are you from here?
I am. Well, I actually
Townie. Sorry.
I actually grew up in Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
Which is not too far, but then I moved to Noblesville when my parents moved here years ago. So I consider myself kind
A
of
townie.
Yeah, part of the community, and
Good.
love it here, and just love everything it has to offer.
It's a gorgeous place,
Very
and
pretty.
they have another park open in a year and a half. It's going to be 200 acres.
Okay.
Isn't that ridiculous? And this is 6, and this is huge and
Yeah,
gorgeous.
yeah. We were so happy to hear that they were opening this up. You know,
Right by you guys.
right by us. I mean, it's great. It's walkable from where we are, and just to see kind of the growth in Noblesville, it's been really exciting. As long as I've been with Riverview for almost a little over 4 years, and even in those 4 years, it just seems to be always changing. So it's
That's
great,
always
great to
good,
see.
something
and anything
new.
that's community friendly obviously is great for us, and I think we kind of are in line with promoting health and wellness and seeing people out being active, so this is great.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming out. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Not really, other than to stop by our booth if you're out at the event.
Yeah, so come out, see Riverview Health, and we've got lots of other events going on. We've got a ton of kids' activities. We got bouncy castles, vendors, bands, food, all kinds of things. So thank you very much.
Sure. Absolutely.
Thank you. Enjoy your evening. So we've got another guest who is going to talk with us. Her name is Allison. And Allison, can you tell me a little bit about why you're here?
I'm here because my husband works with Myers Construction Management, and they built Federal Hill Commons. And
They built it. Okay, well, that's a valid reason to be
yeah,
here.
so we came to check it out and to see what's going on, and they invited us to come.
Excellent. So how do you think it turned out?
It's good. It looks really nice. I like how they converted the bank into like a little area, and my kids like all the play area stuff.
Excellent. So great place to be. So you said your husband's on the construction team,
Yes.
or construction management. So how did they run into any unusual issues working on the project?
I have no idea because I have nothing to do with any of that. I'm just here with him for that, and I was invited over here because I own my own business.
Oh, what's your business?
I own Genesis Equestrian Center. It's about 3 miles east of Noblesville.
Oh, okay.
And I do a lot with 4-H'ers, people learning to ride horses, and clinics and educational experiences. And I'm starting a new portion of my business also, which is corporate workshops under EAL, which is Equine Assisted Learning. And it's a objective-based learning with your in teams with your horses. You don't ride though; it's all on the ground.
So what do you do with the horses?
You have like an obstacle maybe, and you might be in a team of 2 or 3 or 4, and your team has to figure out how to do the obstacle, and we have objectives for that day, which might be communication or conflict resolution or something like that.
Okay, so various team building
Yes,
activities.
it's skills
Okay.
development, yes.
And do the horses watch? Or?
The horses are included in
Okay, they're included.
the obstacle, yes. So then they have to figure out how to get through the obstacle with their horse. And the horse is a really excellent way to be able to have real-time revealing of what's happening within the group.
And how well you're handling the situation.
How
and
the situation, how the
communicating.
communication is happening between the group, and they show that real time just because they're really a sensitive animal. So I'm starting that up in the fall.
Very
and
exciting.
yeah, it's really exciting. The program is an excellent program that I've gonna do there.
So lots of community involvement with your family.
Yes, lots of 4-H, hopefully working with corporations and businesses throughout Noblesville and Fishers, Indianapolis area.
Very exciting. Well, your team building activity, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, you should come out and try it sometime.
I mean, mostly team building activities are like bowling.
Yeah, this
dinner.
is different because
It
you're
is different.
working with a thinking animal
Yes.
who has different ways to communicate than we do right here. So we have to learn, and they're way more perceptive than we are because they're prey animals. So they can feel our hearts beat, and they can perceive the energy that we're giving out, not in a strange, weird sort of way, but they can tell our emotions through our body language.
Right,
and
they're more
perceptive.
aware. Yeah, more perceptive.
Very
more
aware. Right.
Okay.
So in a group, if something is happening and there's conflict and stuff's not working out very well, then the horse is going to show me as a facilitator who's trying to help these people that something's not working out. And I might step in at that point and say, hey, do you see what your horse is telling you right now? And they're like, oh, but she's not doing this or whatever they come up with. And I'm like, well, can you figure out a different way to make this work? so you can help your horse be a little more comfortable with the situation.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's very cool, and it's real time because horses don't lie, and they're in the moment and they want to feel safe. So you'll walk away with skills that you learned that day instead of having to ropes course or something like that.
Right.
They're different types of skills you could learn.
Okay. Well, we need to wrap up, but how can people get a hold of your equestrian center?
Well, right now, I haven't started this portion yet. This is a new portion, but I have a website for what I already have
the
going.
4-H and...
Yeah, I have a website through that already, and it's GenesisEquestrianCTR.com, which stands for center. So GenesisEquestrianCTR.com, and you can go on my website. And it has a homepage, and then it has things for corporate workshops and then lessons. And I don't give lessons if I'm teaching to people who don't have their own horses or who they have to lease a horse or own a horse or come in, that sort of thing. And I also host horsemanship workshops and stuff like that for horse owners. But this corporate thing is separate, but it's at the same location.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for your very interesting
Thank you.
job that
we
you
could
did.
talk all day.
Yeah, it's fascinating. But we're going to move on to our next guest.
Okay.
So thank you and enjoy the event. All right, our next guest is on his way. Hello, we have Chris Owens from Noblesville Main Street. And I'm not a Noblesvillian, I know. I'm from Indianapolis, so can you tell me about your business?
Well, there's still time. You can still move to Noblesville. It's good to say.
People keep telling me that.
Well, it's a friendly community. Noblesville Main Street is a independent 501c3 that operates here in downtown Noblesville. Primarily, we focus on advocacy of our downtown. That tends to lend itself to special events, but we also run the local farmers market, which debuted here at Federal Hill Commons earlier today, starting at 8 o'clock. Had a tremendous crowd out here. We estimate somewhere probably around 4,000. That could be conservative, but if you tried to make it east or west on Logan Street between 8 and noon, you obviously knew there was something happening on site here at this property. So to cap it off with this event tonight, it has been a wonderful day.
Excellent, yeah, and it's been gorgeous. So as far as the farmers market, how often is that? And is that always going to be here?
It is. This is our new home. We have been across the street at Riverview Health for several years, and actually worked in conjunction with the city through the planning process of this property, so there would be a permanent home for the farmers market. So it's every Saturday, May 13th through October 14th, so 23 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Now that we've got one on our belts, 22 still to come.
Excellent. So what else? You said you guys focus on events. Is it trying to run those community type events, or is it other ones as well, like fundraisers, or?
It's a little mix of everything. We do a lot in partnership with Nickel Plate Arts and either the Parks Department here with the city or other city departments like Economic Development that really focus on the activation of our downtown. You know, there's a lot of history here, being the county seat of Hamilton County. We try to honor and recognize that, but also do some creative programming to get people to come downtown and connect. We think there's a certain kind of feel or culture that happens in our downtown that's kind of unique to Noblesville. And so,
how would you describe it?
How would I
Since
describe
I'm not
it?
local.
It put me on the spot.
You said it's unique. You said there's a unique feel. You can't just be vague.
Probably the best adjective I could come up with would be genuine.
Okay.
There is when you go and support one of the local businesses here, you're supporting a local family.
Yeah.
Nothing against a retail or chain outlet or anything like that, but
you're helping someone send their daughter to dance classes or send their kid to camp.
Exactly,
Not
and that
just
tends to foster more of a one-on-one relationship.
Absolutely.
And we hope that that's what people notice when they come out here. You're seeing the people that you do business with on a regular basis.
It really is a different community here in Indianapolis. It's not like this, even though it's just a few miles away. It's a very close community here. It seems very supportive.
It's uniquely urban, and I think that sounds weird to say in Noblesville as a traditional suburb, if you will, of Indianapolis,
Right.
but we're a very walkable community. Given my responsibilities, I've walked to this property 4 times to and from today.
How far is that?
It varies each time, whether I go from my office or my house, which is in downtown, but we walked out here for the event tonight. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's just a fun day. It shows that this community will come out in support of their own and have a good time.
Absolutely. And if you're interested in even more walking tonight, we have a Relay for Life over at Forest Park tonight.
Yeah, no
Always
shortage
good
of
cause.
things to do. And this is a good representation. I think there are 2 or 3 other weekends in Noblesville where we've got programming Friday, Saturday, even into Sunday, be it with something that we're doing, something that the Parks is doing, or just another community group here in downtown Noblesville. It's a really vibrant and active environment. It's fun to be part of.
Yeah, that's great. So anything else you'd like to add about your position or what you do for advocating for the city and events and downtown?
We're really at the start of our programming year, if you will. We were supposed to start last week and have our first Friday series kick off and the farmers market open. Thanks to some of the weather challenges we had collectively as Greater Hamilton County, that didn't happen. So we've got our next First Friday event coming up. We'll have the farmers market every week, like I mentioned, now that it's kicked off. Our June 1st Friday is in cooperation with Noblesville Parks and Recreation and the Boys and Girls Club. It's the bed race on Friday night, June 2nd, downtown on 9th Street, the Darlington bed race.
A bed race?
Yeah, it's I think our 7th or 8th year of doing that event. That leads into...
Wait. What is a bed race?
We have typically between 10 and 12 teams that either fabricate a bed or decorate one of the beds that we have collectively, and they actually race down 9th Street in timed trials
on wheels
against each other. Yeah, it's an open invitation to come out and check it out. It's really fun. But that's one of those weekends where that'll happen downtown in conjunction with the Lions Club pork chop dinner on Friday night. Okay. Saturday morning it's our farmers market out here, and there'll be a pancake breakfast with the Lions Club again. We've got a merchant promotion, a sidewalk sale on Saturday with some of our downtown merchants while the farmers market is happening. And then at the same time, they'll be setting up for Return of the Mac. So the Mac and Cheese Festival, formerly of Indianapolis, is coming to Federal Hill Commons on June the 3rd.
Oh, wow.
And,
okay.
And then to follow all that up, 16 Candles, a band out of the Chicago area, will be performing here in the first Tribute Series concert that night. So we've really got, as of Friday afternoon through about Sunday morning, it's a big party in downtown Noblesville.
Wow, food, entertainment, activities, a bed race. Is that historical, or was someone just drunk or something?
It's something we've tried to do every year, and this.
But for how long? Like, what are the origins?
I wish I knew.
You're
I'm trying to remember. I mean, the bed race actually started out on a Saturday morning on Logan Street, of all things, about 6 years ago, and now it's made sense to work it into our first Friday series. The proceeds actually go to benefit the Parks Department and the Boys and Girls Club to provide scholarships for students for their summer camps. Okay. So it's, it hits that ultra competitive crowd, those people who really want to win the race, but it also raises funds for kids in our community so that they have something to do in the summer.
So if someone's coming to spectate the bed race, do they put money on a specific bed like they would a horse?
There's no wagering per se. Now, what you do with your friends is your own.
But the money to go to the children and the scholarship funds.
We actually have booths available. You can purchase a booth for your business, things like that.
Oh, okay.
Some businesses sponsor beds. Certainly, if someone wants to make a contribution to either the Boys and Girls Club or the Parks Department, they can earmark that for that scholarship fund.
And it's always tax deductible.
So I wish I had more to tell you about. It sounds like there's not much going on this summer.
It's just bizarre, but it sounds like a good time. So when is that?
It's Friday night, June 2nd.
June 2nd, okay.
I believe
so
7 p.m.
Okay. And then you have the pork dinner, roast.
Yeah, there'll be a pork chop dinner out here that night with the Lions Club, and pancakes on Saturday morning, the farmers market on Saturday, and then all that leading into the Mac and Cheese Festival, Return to the Mac. And
a very Indiana day. Or weekend.
It's going to be an awesome day down here.
That sounds excellent. Hopefully the weather holds up for it. Well, thank you. I learned a lot of very odd and fascinating things about Noblesville.
Well, glad I could be of service. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Yes. You ready?
I'm ready.
Hi again, this is Kristen, and we have Charlie with us today at the Federal Commons.
Yeah.
And can you tell us what brings you to the event tonight?
I brought the family out on this beautiful evening out here, and while I'm here, I guess I'll give the Belfry Theater here in Noblesville a free plug.
Absolutely.
I'm the president there currently, and I'll go ahead and plug our show that's coming up. It's our final show for our 52nd season, and that show is it's called A Perfect Wedding.
Okay.
It's directed by Noblesville's own Elaine Wagner.
Okay.
So it's a really cute show. It's a fun show. It's kind of PG-13. But again, that is our last show of this season. Then this summer, we'll be having our apprentice players, which will be kids from 5 to 13 years of age. And this year's production will be Little Mermaid.
Oh.
So we'll be having auditions for that coming up soon. I don't have those dates, so you can go to www.thebelfreetheater.com for
The
those
Belfry
dates.
Theater, if you want to have your kids, or if you are a kid and you're being the Little Mermaid this summer. I did community theater growing up in Indianapolis.
Nice.
It was fun.
Did you do Little Mermaid?
I didn't.
Okay.
I did Annie.
Yeah?
And
What was your part in Annie?
I was Molly.
Molly? That was Molly there.
You're
Step
Molly
right
too.
over here. This is
Come
my
on
daughter
over.
Addison.
Hi, Addison.
Yeah, she was Molly also
I
a
was
couple
too.
years ago. Yeah,
Yeah, I
nice.
was 6 when I did it. So
I
that
can
was
see
a
the
while ago.
resemblance.
Yeah.
The size. Molly has to be small because
She does.
they
She has
throw
to-
Molly around.
She has to get in the laundry,
Laundry
basket.
basket.
She has to
Yeah.
yell about it being as clean as the top
Yeah.
of the Chrysler building.
So nice. So yeah, that's coming up. And then, like I said, we'll be going in this fall. Our 2017-2018
Your
will be our
53rd season.
53rd season. We'll be going
Wow.
into that. So we just announced our season. So go to the website and check that out. It just got launched this week.
What are some of the shows?
Oh my gosh, caught me off guard.
She probably
Brighton
knows.
Beach.
Brighton
Doing
Beach.
Brighton Beach was one. Nonsense
Nonsense too.
So,
Very
yeah.
nice.
Just to name a few. We'll have to give some teasers. That way they'll have to go to the website.
Yeah.
Right? Let's see. What else have we got? I guess while we're here with this awesome stage behind us, I'll go ahead and give Noblesville Cultural Arts.
Absolutely.
We'll give them a plug.
Culture is important.
The Belfry's Vice President, Mark Toomey, and veteran actor around these parts in community theater. He will be directing that, and it is Noblesville Cultural Arts' 25th season for doing Shakespeare in the Park. I guess it's one of the longest running, and it's going to be right here on the stage right behind us this
Yeah, they're
summer.
moving it here now.
Yeah,
The mayor
yeah.
was telling me that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's
great.
kind of exciting. So yeah, a lot of tie-ins. So, and that's what brings us here.
Excellent.
So yeah.
Theater is always good.
Yes, it is.
Whether you're in it, watch it, or are a contributor, theater is a great part of the community for
So
sure.
you're still in theater now? I'm going to interview. I'm going to turn the tables on you.
Should I be sitting?
No.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just busy, but you know.
You need to come out to the Belfry then and audition for a show.
Are you gonna do Avenue Q? Are you gonna do Spam-A-Lot?
No, we are not. No time soon. No time soon on either of those shows, but there's something there, I'm sure, for you.
Yeah, I've never been a nun before.
Okay.
But I did grow up in Catholic school, so.
Okay. So you kind of have a feel for that.
Yeah.
Do you sing as well? Do you do musicals?
I do, yes.
Okay, nice.
Don't ask me to do anything now.
Very
that's,
good.
That's not an option.
Very good. Yeah. So great. So, well, thanks for having me this evening.
Yeah,
Also,
absolutely. And
yeah.
your website again?
It's www.thebelfrytheater.com.
The Belfry Theater. You guys have been around for over
A long
50
time.
years.
Yes, we have.
Excellent. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for what you
All right,
do.
Kristen, thank you.
All right, have a
Thanks.
lovely evening.
You too.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight on Hamilton County TV from the Federal Hill Commons. And we're going to thank our camera and crew, Will and Katie and Jim. And I am Kristen Wofford. I am Hamilton County TV's niece. I'm the face of Hamilton County TV as of, 2 months ago. And Bill here, he's the back of Hamilton County TV. And Katie is the engine that drives it all. So thank you all for watching. We will have this video available for replay on the website as well as YouTube and possibly Facebook. But again, Hamilton County, Noblesville, great to be, Federal Hill Commons. There's going to be all kinds of activities here through the whole summer and through the rest of the year. There's a playground. It's a beautiful place. And our movies in Forest Park start the first Fridays in June, and those are part of the Movies in the Park series. So if you'd like to know what movies are coming up this summer, check WoffordTheater.com. That's right, we have a theater too. All right, thank you guys so much. Goodbye. Have an excellent weekend. Happy days.